Hey guys, welcome back. Today, something completely strange happened to me after I got home from work, and I wanted to talk to you about it a little bit. Now, I know there's been a lot of videos about your phone listening to you, or, how ads get directed towards us and stuff like that. But this one was a little strange. Let me go into it and we'll kind of maybe delve in to see how it possibly could have happened. See, what happened this morning when I got to work, I parked my car right in front of this other car, a little SUV, and it was an awesome looking car, Mercedes, and I didn't know exactly what kind or whatever. So I look at it, check it out, I kind of lingered around it, went and checked out the inside. I know I'm checking out somebody else's car, but anyway, that's the point. I looked at the car. I was probably there, I don't know, maybe 15 seconds looking at the car. I never said what car it was. It was a Mercedes GLE 350. It was white and everything like that. Doesn't really matter, but I liked it. It's basically, I like that smaller size SUV. It's just me, so I don't need anything like that. But I do like to be able to have room to carry things around and stuff like that. So, in maybe sometime looking, when all this YouTube money comes in, that maybe something like that would be awesome. And of course that's what I'm thinking. It's just pipe dream, whatever. But I wanted to check it out. Well, I go the whole day, and come home from work, and then on my phone pops up a notification from an article. And I click on the notification, and it's for a Mercedes GLE 350, the new 2020 version that was coming out. And I was like, how is this even possible? I never said Mercedes, I never said GLE 350, I never said any of those things. So how is it possible that, how is it possible that it even knows that I was there, that I was thinking about this GLE 350 this morning? So it freaked me out. It really did. So I, took to the internet to find out what was going on. And we've all heard those things and probably had most of those experiences where you're talking about a certain product with your friends or whatever, and then all of a sudden you get home and there's the ad for it right in front of you. And you're like, that's odd, And there are apps that use your microphone and stuff like that we know that doesn't mean they're necessarily listening all the time or whatever, but there are things that happen like that. When you speak it, put it out there, and I don't think you can just speak it, put it out there, and then go to your computer and it's going to be there. I don't think that happens. I think it takes time for it to go through the system. This happened this morning when I get home. That's when I get the notification. But I didn't say it. I never said Mercedes or GLE 350. How is that in here getting to an ad on my phone? So the next thing when I started looking up stuff is that now a lot of them are saying that your ads will be tracked by your phone. So let's say I decide that we have a Cabela's here in my town, and so I go to Cabela's. The theory is that you will go to Cabela's, you look around there. If you've got your tracking, your mobile, and it doesn't even have to have your GPS on. They can track you through mobile data or whatever. I know this kind of sounds this might be a little conspiracy theory-ish or whatever, but it happens, and there's got to be. This whole thing can't be just coincidence. There's no way that something, especially like my case we're talking about here, is that specific. So, but the theory is, like I said, you go to Cabela's, You come home, check your ads in a few hours, all of a sudden you've got outdoor camping equipment that's going to pop up in your ads. That's where we've seen tracking like that from your GPS or your triangulation on your cell tower, stuff like that. They know where you were at, so you were with this. But those are places. We're talking about a parking lot with a car that has, it's not there all the time. I shouldn't know that car could be in another spot, another thing. How is this possible that this car can be where I'm at? That doesn't make sense. It's not a set location. The car can move around. Yes, I lingered at the car, but what is connecting the two? My phone is not reading my mind. At least I'm hoping not. We've got that kind of technology. We got bigger problems than what ads are being directed towards us. But when I started this, I went and looked. Now I've gone and looked at the Mercedes-Benz GLE 350. And one of the things that it has on it is called Embrace Connect. And it's a package that they offer, a 5-year complimentary service. And it includes remote start, remote door unlocks. It has an internet browser. And then I noticed it has a vehicle finder, and it has the GPS that's on it. So this car is connected GPS. It knows exactly where it's at. So here's what I think, and now you can kind of see where I'm going with this. I think my data of where I was at from my phone, tracking me, it's got my GPS on. I don't have it on all the time, but I did have it on this morning. It saw that I was by this GLE 350 for about 15 seconds this morning. That I just kind of stood by it, circling around it, in enough that it appears that I'm interested. If the same theory is that it's connected and it knows where it's at, then their data and my data crossed. So now we're not just using your data, what you're doing, you're using other people's data to get to this point. I know this sounds a little out there, and I'm not a conspiracy theory guy. Very, very few that I even think are remotely, but it just is so bizarre. How can this possibly be? And that's the only thing I can think. So, I don't know, guys. Why don't you tell me? Why don't you tell me what you think? And for our contest, go ahead and add conspiracy theory into your answer of what you think about this. Do you believe in this stuff? Do you think that my theory, is it too far out there? Or is that kind of something that maybe we're getting to the point where we can use different datas and find out which one you like from just hanging out by somebody's car? I don't know. You tell me. Conspiracy theory down below will get you 10 extra entries into the contest. But I'm really interested in knowing what you think. And let me know, and I'll see you the next time. But until then, I've been Richard Howk. I'm still Richard Howk. At least that's what they tell me.